Spit to the beat. Podcast. It's all about inside the music industry.
Nobody do it better. And welcome to Spit to the Beat podcast. I'm your host, Stacey, aka Beat Unstoppable per year. You can definitely catch these shows and all my latest episodes on Facebook at Stacey Be Unstoppable per year or Stacey Spit to the Beat. Don't forget to log in on my YouTube channel, Spit, the number 2, DABEAT, and catch the full version of this show and all my latest episode of Spit to the Beat podcast. Thank you for joining me on the show. Look, I already got my guests on. We had a little technical difficulty to start this new year off. That's the way things go sometimes. But,
cool.
but she's on with me, Cecily Wilborn from West Memphis, Arkansas.
West Memphis, Arkansas. Yeah.
Right over the bridge from it. Okay. Hey, how you doing?
I'm great. Glad to be on the show, man. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes. I'm glad you were able to take out the time to get on with me and stuff like that. Let's make sure. Okay, I've got you recording good. Look, let's talk about you. I mean, before we jump into the number one single that you got out and that past release, let's start off. Give my audience a little history about you.
Man, I thank you. First of all, you didn't waste no time. My name is Cecily Wilborn. I'm a soul singer out of Arkansas. Man, I started early doing covers and doing cover bands with a couple other bands. And when COVID hit, I lost my job, lost my 9 to 5, and God blessed, I got a good man. My husband said, baby, you already in school for it, just do it full time. And I hit the ground running, y'all. And I ain't took my foot off the gas yet.
That's amazing. I seen that you went to Full Sail. I went to Full Sail myself.
Congratulations, along.
Right. Yeah, I went. And it's so ironic that our world are so similar. Of course, with Full Sail University, you went there for music production, I believe, right?
Yes, that's right.
I went there for recording and production as well.
Yeah, I almost did that program, but I'm more along the lines of the composition side.
Okay.
I'm cool with the technical stuff because I record my own stuff. I got my own studio here.
Yeah.
That just wasn't the direction I wanted to go in. I wanted to be where they make the music,
Yeah. Okay, cool. When I read, I was just so excited about it. Like, oh man.
I know.
It's just like home right here. We can talk.
I know. Yes.
Okay, what we got going on in 2024? What events did you got planned for coming up?
I told you I hit the gas, right? We coming out the gate. January 28th. Me and my husband are hosting Weekend at the Wilborns. This is going to be the first live edition of Weekend at the Wilborns. People see us clowning at the shows and kicking it with the artists all the time. And they're like, man, I would love to be in the room with y'all when y'all just kicking it like that. Mm-hmm. So I said, you know what, babe? Let's do that. I don't want to host a concert. I don't want them to come and like we all behind the stage kicking it and they out there waiting. Like, nah, if you came to my house, if y'all go look at our live, we had P2K over for Thanksgiving, had Red Top over for Thanksgiving. And that's really what sparked the idea because we were just hanging out, being family. We ate a little bit, we sang a little bit, we danced around, played around. I was like, people would love to experience this with their favorite artists. You know what I'm saying? So we had the idea, we're going to do Weekend at the Wilborns live edition. So we got Squirt Kelly hosting, Prince DJ is co-starring with me. We got Marcellus the singer, Johnny Croon. We even got the OG Mr. Sam coming. Like man, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a party, bro. It's gonna be a party, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, wow. And what day is this gonna take place?
January 28th. You can get your tickets from CecilyWilborn.com.
Okay.
You can get those tickets, get yours reserved. Now, VIP is almost sold out. We got a few seats left, but general admission is still selling. We'll be selling tickets at the door. It's BYOB, but we'll be selling mixers. We got food trucks coming. We got spade tables on the cars.
Y'all gonna do it big.
Man, I'm telling you, it's a family get together, man. It's weekend at
Wow.
the Wilborns. Weekend at the Wilborns. January 28th, right here in West Memphis. Y'all pull up
Well,
on me.
well, I'm definitely praying for great weather and everything that
I know
goes
that's
needs to
right.
go right. Needs to
I
go
know
right.
that's right. Because it always seems to snow here in the Delta around
Yeah.
Martin Luther King's holiday.
Yeah.
So I prayed the other day and I was like, all right, Lord, I need you to go over there and talk to Martin Luther and tell him to hold that snow one more week.
Yeah.
Hold
Yeah.
that
I
snow
mean,
one more week.
January is a very cold month.
Man, and it's just so flip-floppy over here in the Delta. So you just never
And
really know.
and the funny thing about it, you know how, like I said, you ride across the bridge or whatever. Sometimes in January we get 2, maybe 3 warm days. You know, it's crazy.
It did literally like 2 days ago. It was 60 degrees. And then we got ready to go out for the New Year, for my New Year's Eve show. And it was like 30 degrees outside. And I was like, okay, I don't know what to wear.
Right. You don't know how to dress to this weather. It can get you sick easily.
You never know. Like you'll hear me cough every now and then. God bless, man. That virus that's going around is taking a lot of these singers and stuff through it. Shout out to John Morant. John Morant had to play with that virus.
Did he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. A lot of people that game that Memphis just lost, he's fighting that virus too.
Yeah.
It's hard, but even after you get over it, there's like this lingering cough. So a lot of people think that you're still sick. Like it's a dry cough. You're not coughing up anything. It's hard to get rid of. So whatever this is going around, everybody take care of yourselves, mask up, wash your hands. Don't be kissing people you don't know where their mouth in. Just normal stuff,
Do all the right
normal
things.
stuff. Just normal stuff.
Right. Look, let's talk about a little bit more about you. Your style of music is soul blues. How did you come about being a soul artist, blues artist?
Shout out to my parents. I grew up, my dad is quartet. He's a pastor. My mom is a music lover.
So you're a PK kid.
Yeah. PK my whole life, man. I came in here to PK.
Cool.
No, my mom ain't no singer, but she sings, right?
Okay.
But she's a music fanatic. So like there was always a broad spectrum of music in our house, from country music to soul music to blues. Saturday morning, my mama would get up and make us clean up to something called a Saturday morning fish fry. Shout out to 105.3 down in Helena. Yeah, like they raised me on the blues. So I grew up listening to everything from, I would say, from country music to Anita Baker to Betty Wright to like, it didn't matter. And then I was still in there talking about Juvenile. My dad like, who is Juvenile? We listened to everything. So when I grew up, it was like I wanted to be able to fuse everything that I knew into one thing, So I didn't want to just be a singer. I can rap. I didn't want to be a rapper though. Like I didn't want to be a blues singer. I just wanted to find some feel-good music that people could relate to. And if I sing it and they feel it, I really didn't care how it sounded. If they feel it, they feel it,
Right. Is this like a new blues versus the old school blues that I see coming out? Even the young people are singing blues more.
Yeah, people are trying to name it Southern Soul. That's what they're calling it. They're naming it Southern Soul. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like the fact that they're naming it Southern Soul, but then again, I don't like the fact that they're classifying it. And I'm gonna say this because, like, Westlove is one of the biggest artists in Southern Soul right now. Okay. She's got that gritty, churchy vibe, But then you got Jason A. She's coming and she gives you like a real smooth 90s R&B kind of blues. And then you got me coming around here. I sound like gospel, country, blues, R&B. Like you don't really know what you're gonna get when I open my mouth. So even though we're all considered Southern Soul, I like the fact that you can just call it soul music and we can just give you what we give you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I like where it's going, but I also like that it's bringing real music back. It's taking the bars off and we're bringing back real, where you can listen to these lyrics and it's healing people. And these kids ain't got to feel naked to enjoy the music. They can come in. It feels so good when I get people sending me videos of their kids singing Southern Man in the backseat. And I'm like, yes, this is stuff that my kids can sing with me when I'm cooking. You know what I mean? Like they don't have to say, oh, mama, that's old people music. It's good music.
Right. Let's talk about your first album release back in 2021, Stages of Love. How was doing that project?
I had just started school, man. I had just started school, and I had finally gotten to a point where I was comfortable enough to record myself. And because I was a struggling artist, didn't have a budget, I wanted to do something for my birthday. And that was a gift to myself. Because I said, if I can do it for me, somebody gonna feel it. Somebody gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? So I sat down, man, and I did spoken word. I did some neo soul. I did some R&B. I did some funk music. I got Tonight I'm
All
Gonna
this
Give You
is
That
on that
Funk.
album.
All of this is on one album.
Wow.
I had no idea the direction that my journey was gonna go in. I just wanted to put out the music that I felt, you know, and it was a blessing that people tapped in the way they did.
Cool. Hey, look, hold tight. I'm gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come back. I want to talk about them singles. Because you got
Yeah.
and that hit over 1.6 million and still going viral. And part of, ain't God good?
He is so good, man.
Hold tight for me. Hey, this is Stacey, aka Beat Unstoppable Per Year with Spit to the Beat podcast. Would you like to be my guest if you're a singer, songwriter, musician, producer, or promoter? Give me a call at 901-341-6777 or email me at myguest@spittothebeat.com. And we're back to Spit to the Beat podcast. I'm your host, Stacey, aka Beat Unstoppable Per Year. Joining me live in the studio virtually is Miss Cecily Wilborn. We talking about, she already coming out the gates, talking about the thing that she got January the 28th, gonna kick it off at the home. Got artists coming in, and we just pray that they have a wonderful time that day. The weather, everything cooperates. So I'm excited for you. So I can't wait to hear the results of that.
Man, I'm manifesting. It's gonna be great weather, and even if it's bad weather, don't worry about it. I got plugs on 4x4s and backhoes. We'll come get y'all. Don't worry.
Don't make it happen, baby.
We in the country. We'll figure it out.
There you go. Look, okay, let's jump into your single. The one that has hit over 1 million views, downloads and stuff like that, called Southern Man. Tell me a little bit about that.
Southern Man is my baby. That is my very first hit single. Right now, we are sitting at almost 7.6 million streams. Wow. And that's all organic. That is all God. I haven't paid any promo. I haven't had to pay any radio DJs. I haven't had to do anything but just watch people enjoy good music. And God is so good. Southern Man came about, I dropped it on Father's Day, 2022. And that was my first year being a full-time musician. And I was struggling. I didn't have no money.
Yeah.
So me and my husband have this thing. My husband is my best friend. If y'all see us clowning, like that's how we are in real life. So I have this thing, Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthdays. We make big deals of everything, even the small things, because you just never know how life will take you, you know? So my husband had a stroke back in 2020. Yeah, December 2020. And after that, I made a vow to myself that I would make sure I outdid myself, and not just monetarily, but I wanted him to know how much he was appreciated. So that year I was low on funds. I got him some tickets to go to the Wild 'N Out show in Dallas. And I didn't have any money to do anything else other than that trip. So I said, okay, don't worry about it. I'm going to write him a song and put it out. Man, I put the song out in June. And by September, it had blown up on me, and I didn't even know how big it had gotten until I'm going places. Shout out to BB King's in Memphis, Tennessee. I was working at BB King's, and people from all over the other countries were coming in and they're requesting Southern Man. And I'm like, how do they know? How do they know about my song?
So wait a minute, you working, right?
I was working, man.
This view, you working.
I'm working,
and
people are coming up to the
restaurant
stage
or wherever you was working at, asking about this song.
I was with a band, and they did strictly request. Okay,
yeah,
and that was the show. We come out, we give you like one song, and then we put this tablet out, and you get to write your song down, and you put $20 in the bucket, even if we don't know the song. We have to take a break, listen to it real quick for about 30 seconds, and we come back and we hit your song. That was the show. Yeah. Okay. Man, it started freaking me out because I would start looking at the list, and they were writing Cecily Wilborn, Southern Man. And I'm like, who's requesting my music? Who is this?
So you had to sing your own song.
And it was crazy because at first the band didn't know my song. That's how crazy it was. Like people from other countries are asking for my song, and the band is like, let us listen to it real quick, we'll catch it. And it got to where it was a staple where we had to do it. Every show we had to do Southern Man, and people were coming from Germany, Amsterdam, they're all over the United States, California, Canada, and they're wanting to hear Southern Man. So I figured out now, no matter what country you're in, everybody has a excuse me, everybody's got a South. And if you got a South, you got a Southern Man. And for some reason, there's something about the cultures in the South that are so rich in values, and we're so lovable. You know what I mean? We're always willing to give, and we work hard. We don't ask for a lot, but we do a lot. You know, it's
for
something
those who
about.
have not heard Southern Man, we're gonna play it on the show right now.
Yes, yes.
Here we go, Southern Man by Cecily Wilborn.
Say, oh, I love me a Southern man. Back in the day, I heard an old woman say, ain't nothing like a Southern man. Nothing like a Southern man. I asked her how could she tell them apart. She put her hand right on her heart by the way that he wears his pants. By the way that he wears his pants. Yeah. Now she was talking in riddles so deep, I thought she was talking about his jeans. Till Mr. Charlie walked up with a smile on his face, and now I see just what she means.
Hey.
Ah, that's it. That's the one. That's the one.
Wow. That's your baby, huh?
That's my baby, man. That is my baby.
Cool. Hey, I enjoy listening to it as well. So the work went into that song. I mean, you just talked about the Southern feel and everything like that. Did you feel like you deliver it?
Man, I honestly wasn't trying to deliver it for the South. I'm just being dead honest. This was supposed to be a gift from my husband. I was not expecting this song to blow up. I was talking about my husband and my daddy, you know, my brother. I have so many men in my family that spoil me right. I'm the baby of my siblings. My husband is my best friend. And I only have one biological brother, and he treats me like a princess. So when I'm around, I don't open doors. I have to walk on a certain side of the street because my husband, my dad, and my brother, they don't let me walk on the wrong side of the street.
That's right.
Like this is normal for me. Yeah, this is normal for me. My husband, I laugh about this because it popped up in my memory the other day where I got up and was like, girl, get you a husband that get up before you and go to work. Like, listen, these are hardworking men. They don't ask for a lot. They don't require a lot. They're very simple, but yeah, they are some of the most humble, most intelligent, gentle, yet don't play with me kind of men. And I was just writing about my man. You know what I mean? I wanted people to know that I love my Southern man. So apparently I ain't the only one though.
Hey, you got a major hit out there, and
I'm so blessed.
Just go all across the waters, international stuff. Have you heard anything international from it?
Oh man, like that. Those are the people that were calling from like that were coming to BB's and asking about it. So yeah, it's charting. Okay. It's charting in the UK. Not really sure where other countries, but there are countries that are playing. I know Ireland at one point had me in a playlist. Australia had me in a playlist. Germany had me in a playlist. So there are DJs that'll reach out to me and like tag me on Facebook, and I'd be like, "Oh my
god!" Yeah. That's wild.
Really cool. It's really cool. Very
That's
cool.
Good. Hey, I'm gonna take another little short break. I'm gonna be right back. Then we're gonna come back and talk about party. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, this is Stacy, aka Be Unstoppable Per You. Thank you for listening to our show, Spit to the Beat podcast. If you would like to be a sponsor, visit our website at www.spittothebeat.com and click the support tab and leave a donation. We really would appreciate it. Thank you again for listening. Also, catch every episode Thursday morning at 8 a.m.
You're listening to Spit to the Beat podcast with your host, the one, the only Stacy B. Unstoppable Per Year.
And we're back to Spit to the Beat podcast. Look, I'm having a wonderful time, a great time with my guest. She's talking about her music. She's talking about what's coming on, what's going on, and got a viral song, Southern Man, that is out not only national, but international. So, hey, welcome to the show again.
Thank you. Thank you.
How you doing? How you doing?
Great. Excited to be on your show, man. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Look, let's talk about Party. How did that come about?
Shout out to Kang 803. Kang 803 is the producer for the great King George. And Kang reached out to me. Kang has actually 2 songs out with me now. And I ran into them 2020, early part of 2023, actually. And Kang sent me this track, and I was like, man, I want it. He was like, see what you can come up with. So I sent him the vocals, and no joke, the man came back with a guitar line. I said, yep, this is it. We putting it out. I don't care. Don't do nothing else to it. So it was magic, man. I have a chemistry with certain producers. Shout out to Kang 803, Chris Thomas out of Arkansas, and Prince DJ out of Memphis, Tennessee. Those are the 3 producers that I've been working with feverishly. And those guys just get me. They don't put me in a box. They'll just send me little clips of stuff, and my writing goes from there. So Party was just a magical song, man. It went off.
I want to step back just a second. You said you do your own recording and writing and stuff like that. So that was your first album back in 2021 that you wrote, produced, everything in your home studio.
That's right. Everything was there at home.
I hear you. You took that degree to a purpose.
Man, listen, I'm putting that 60,000 to use. You hear what I say? Every darn dollar. Yeah.
Awesome.
Believe it or not, Southern Man was recorded at the house. I actually sent it to my husband, and on his lunch break, I was like, listen to this, babe. I'm gonna put this out for you for Father's Day. He was the first one to ever hear it, and no joke. He emailed me. It's sitting in his work email if they haven't deleted it. It's sitting in his work email, and he emailed me back and was like, dude. That's all he could say. Dude.
For real.
He like, it's 3 a.m. because he was working night shift at a prison. 3
he
a.m.
knew it was a hit.
3 a.m, he feeding chow. He was like, man, you got everybody over here bumping right now.
Let's talk about some of your influence. Who's your people that you look up to in the business right now?
Right now in the business, living wise in the business, I have to say the King George, Kelsey Westlove. Those 2 I've actually had a chance. Those are artists that I've actually had a chance to actually sit and ask questions, and they've shown me the ropes. And I will say this was a lot harder than I anticipated it to be. They made it look so easy. Oh, sis, this is all you got to do. You got the tools. Shout out to Stan Butler. No. Before the artist, I call him Sensei. He's a teacher. He's like the Karate Kid. He's like the Karate Kid teacher of the industry right now.
Wow.
Stan Butler, if you are an artist and you're trying to do this on your own, and you want somebody that's going to give you the unadulterated truth, and he's going to tell you what you need. He's not going to sugarcoat it. If it sucks, he's going to tell you it sucks. If it's great, he's going to tell you it's great. And if you want to know how to make something that sucks be great, he'll do that too. Like, the dude is amazing, and he never asks for anything. He doesn't do it and say, okay, this is what I need for you to do for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've connected with Cupid, the Cupid because of him. I've gotten some of the biggest shows that I performed at 2023, but just because he name dropped me. Like, that's a great guy. So those people are people that are in the industry. They are not just making money, y'all, but they're taking care of their family and building generational wealth for their children because they got a gift. So those are the people that I'm patterning myself after, because I thank God for the gift. But if I leave this world and I didn't teach anybody coming behind me, I didn't do my job.
Have you had any challenges being a blues singer, being in this male dominant, arena? You as a female coming in, trying to put your foot through the door. Have you experienced any challenge that almost stopped you or derailed you?
I've experienced some challenges, and I'm not going to blame it on being a girl. I'm a very tough cookie. If you ever meet Cecily Wilborn in person, y'all, I'm sorry. I love God, but I cuss a lot, okay? But I love God.
He's still working on you.
He's still working on me. But the challenges that I faced were not because I was a woman. The challenges I faced was because I was just a little ignorant and a little green. And I didn't know the business. The music industry is 10% music, 90% business. And because I didn't take time to learn certain things before I jumped in the water, I had to learn how to swim while I was kind of sinking at the same time. And I had to fight my way back up to the top. So I said that to say this: artists, especially female artists, take the entitlement away. Take it completely away. Nobody's going to give you anything. I was at one point working 7 days a week for 3 months. I did not take a break. Between BB King's, my personal band, Los Cabos, right off of Kirby in Memphis, Tennessee, I was working 7 days a week for 3 months, y'all. And it didn't kill me. I'm still here. Look, I'm strong. Yeah. I'm not fake or anything. This isn't a hologram. Like, I'm okay. And I still love my job. So the heartaches that I endured were because of the lack of knowledge. I saw the red flags, but because the knowledge wasn't there to say how to deal with the red flags, it made it a little hard for me.
And I like what you just said. You said something really, what my show is really based around is for my artists to know, young, whether it's male or female, to understand the business side of it and to listen before you just go out there and leap and jump into something.
There is never a dumb question. Ask questions. And if they say it and you don't understand it, recite back what you thought you heard, and they'll tell you where you messed up or where you got it mixed up. But a lot of times we think that people will look down on us, or, well, they expect me to be all put together. I'm going to be honest with you. Even King George and Kelsey West were the first two artists that were up there to tell me, baby, we all still learning something.
Amazing.
So if the King can say we still learning, who am I, new to the game, to say I know everything? I degree and all, y'all. There were certain things that college still couldn't prepare me for. You gotta get these veterans. Go back and get these OGs and be like, okay, this is what I'm trying to do. These are the tools I got. How do I make this work? And that, I promise you, if you just ask these OGs and don't do it expecting them to just do, like, they gonna have some questions. They gonna want to know you real. They're not gonna invest time in somebody that ain't about that life, But if they see you about that life, I promise you, they gonna get hands on with you.
Amazing. I want to, hey, you the teacher. You are a teacher. Wonderful, wonderful. Look, I know you talked about January 28th. Is there anything else further on down the road in the next 3 months you got coming up?
I've got some new music coming out, y'all. You were talking about my signature sound. So I'm doing something a little different. It's something called Red Cup Blues. It's coming out on my birthday, February 7th. So leading up to that, I'm doing tour dates. I'm doing Red Cup music all first quarter of the year. So I'm going to be in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, February 2nd with my brother Marcellus, the singer. February 8th, I'm going to be right here at the casino in West Memphis. I'll be in Oxford on February 9th. February 10th, I'm going to be right here at the Fitz in Tunica. So Helena, Arkansas, I'm coming to y'all in February. Natchez, Mississippi, I'm coming to y'all in February. Man, I'm going to Dallas in March. So like
Okay.
I've got a calendar up, guys. Like when I tell you every Saturday starting in February is booked all the way from February all the way up to the end of March, like early April. Every Saturday is booked. I got some Fridays and Sundays open, but every Saturday, thank the Lord, is gone. So y'all catch these tour dates because I'm bringing something new. And it's a little intimidating when you don't really know how people are going to react when you're doing new stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
the consumers could be like, we ain't feeling this. This is too deep. It's too much. But so far, everything I've been dropping, everybody's like, man, this is how I felt yesterday. This is how I woke up feeling this morning. So that relatability makes it so much easier to drop music because I know somebody feeling like me, you know? I said that in parties. Somebody like me. You just trying to make it.
Awesome. Look, tell us, give my audience your social media platforms where they can reach out to you, contact, subscribe, and anything like that, and get your music as well.
I would love for y'all to follow me on anything. If you look for me, I should be there anywhere. Google me. But Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, if you look hard enough in the SIGO, you might find me in there too. Cecily Wilborn, Cecilywilborn. And if the social media tags is doing too much, my website, CecilyWilborn.com, and you can get the music, you can get the social media tags, you can buy tickets to the shows. Whatever you need, you can find it at that website too.
There you have it, Cecily Wilborn on the show.
Yeah.
Awesome. Glad you was able to come on and join me for a little moment of your time, your precious time, and talk to my audience about the music industry and plus what you got going on. Again, I wish you much success all over the world and everything that God just bless you in all your endeavors in 2024.
Yes, he gonna bless all of us in 2024 because we put in too much work. These
There
artists
you
out
go.
here working, y'all. We working, they see us. So 2024, all we doing is reaping what we manifested in 2023. That's what we doing. Energy, all 24.
That's it. I definitely was saying that yesterday. I'm telling people you got to start speaking it.
We manifesting all 24. That's what we doing.
Right. Well, hold tight as I wrap up the show, okay?
I got you.